and welcome today to another fantastic edition of Toaster's Living Room, aka Toaster's Garage. But what's happening, guys? Here I have today is the 212 Predator that I pulled off of the water pump situation that I was showing you guys. It's coming along. I pulled off the gas tank. I pulled off all the original throttle linkage. I pulled off the exhaust. So here I'm gonna have a custom exhaust made. It's coming soon. I'm having it made by my boy. It's gonna be a nice lakeside exhaust that swings down. And then I've already started upgrading my Predator carburetor system here. I have my carburetor jetted and machined, and what do they call that? Polished and shit. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Smoke too much weed. Polished and ported. So my carburetor is now polished and ported. I also have my heads bored, polished, and ported. My exhaust slot and my intake slot on the head has been polished, ported. The inside where the rocker arms and the springs go, I upgraded my springs to some 20 springs, I believe they are. So I threw those bad boys in. I'm upgrading the carburetor next. Or I'm sorry, not the carburetor. I'm upgrading my spark plug next. You can see a spark plug right here. Yeah. Nice little torch spark plug. I'm upgrading it. Hey guys, and something else I noticed too, and I don't know if it's because I bought this Predator as a water pump situation, but it has all the upgrade performance parts already inside the Predator motor. As I was going in and I was looking at things like the billet crankcase arms, the crankshaft, all that stuff is already upgraded, and it came like that in this Predator 212 for the water pump. Now understand you're gonna pay like, I don't know, $200-300 more for your Predator 212. But guys, today, 212cc motors are becoming hard to come by because us guys building these kits, the hardware stores are acting like they can't find a Predator. As you notice, my Predator is red and black. It's not black like the normal ones. It's already red. It matches my bike. And it's already red like that because they say it's the I forget what they call it, the industrial edition. Okay, fellas? So that's a little news about the Predator. I'm in Denver, Colorado. No store in Colorado has a 212 Predator CC box motor right now. Not one store. I couldn't get this thing from no Harbor Freight. Me and my wife drove all over Denver trying to fucking find a Predator 212cc. Hey, Pat, I got me one, Pat. I got me one, bro. Now I'm about to start fabricating my motor mounts and whatnot to see if I can somehow get my motor to fit in my frame perfectly. And then I'm kind of thinking about doing away with the centrifugal clutch and going with a torque converter. But I also know I've built many of go-karts and mini bikes back in the day, and I've never had a torque converter. And those centrifugal clutches last forever. I've had them beat down in the mud. I just stuck a penny in it. Hey, Pat, you know about sticking the penny in the clutch to make it grab? I didn't stick pennies in between the shoe and the actual clutch drum just to make them go. Man, those clutches last forever. So I'm not really tripping about the clutch and the centrifugal. I'm not really tripping too much about the centrifugal clutch and the torque converter. But if I do find out that for whatever reason, a torque converter gives you more power than a regular clutch, or more pulling ability than a regular clutch, then I may think about swapping out. But until I find something like that, I'm not really concerned about swapping from a centrifugal clutch to a torque converter. You know, and then the Phatmoto frame already has the jack shaft in it. So what I would do anyway is take the centrifugal, or take the torque converter apart, and I would take the flywheel, one off of the torque converter, and the other one put on the motor and put the other one on the jack shaft. But to do that, you need a longer jack shaft axle. So I'm in the process of trying to find myself a longer jack shaft axle. And if anybody knows what size axle you need for the jack shaft so that you can put a torque converter wheel on your jack shaft, please leave me a link or call me, let me know something. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on my Facebook. I'm now part of the Phatmoto group. I'm so proud and so happy of that. We need to come out with jackets. We need a swagger pack, y'all. We need hats, shirts, jackets. Out here in Denver, this type of shit is a big movement right now. Everybody's trying to save money on fuel, and these bad boys, man, 90 to 100 miles a gallon, can't beat that. Okay, guys, so before I get out of here on this video, I would like to share with you guys another little Toaster 9000 upgrade for the 212 Predator I got here. So, right here in this box, yeah, I have, it looks like a nice little fuel filter. I've definitely seen better looking ones, way cooler looking ones. You know, I may get one that's, I don't know, maybe color coded, or I may just rock this until it go out and then give me a one with some little red on it or some graphite gray. You know what I mean? But I got myself a nice little fuel filter here in this kit. Let's see what else we got in here. I got some hose clamps, fuel hose clamps. I got fuel hose clamps. I got a fuel shutoff, little inline fuel shutoff, valve there. I have a fuel pump. Oh boy, about to hit them where it hurt at, Pat. Got the fuel pump, about to pump them up like a double barrel gauge. So I got the fuel pump. I got that real nice fuel line that they have. I'm actually gonna go to the AutoZone and see if I can't get me a bunch of this and redo all my fuel line with this diameter of fuel line. This is the real shit. This is what I remember from back in the day, not the shit that comes with our Phatmoto. The hose that come with our Phatmoto is really pinched. It's easy to be pinched. It's easy to be kinked. It heats up easy. I think this is gonna be a better fuel line, more motorcycle grade, and nice little fuel pump here. So I got coming in off the vacuum from the head, goes there, and my inlet and outlet from the fuel tank. So one end of the fuel tank will go into one of these, and then the other end will go out to the carburetor. I already have a fuel filter right off the tank, so I have my fuel filtered going into the fuel pump, and then filtered again coming out of the fuel pump, and then I'll have a filter in between the fuel pump and the engine head, known as a blow-by oil catch can. I will definitely put that on there because I don't want oil getting into my fuel pump. Did I say I'll put the oil catch can between the fuel pump and the carburetor? I meant between the fuel pump and the head of the motor. You will install a oil catch can. So before you hook this up, the oil catch can vacuum will be hooked to the vacuum off of the head. And then once it filters through the oil catch can, it'll then go through another filter like that before coming into my bike. I just want to make sure everything is oil free and my motor lasts me a nice, good, long while. You feel me? So all right, that was it, guys. That's all I wanted to show you for right now. Stay tuned. I'm in the lab. I'm always working on something. I have a regular 9-to-5 job out here in Colorado as well. So, you know, I'm always busy, guys, always busy. But I definitely make time to do my hobbies because I love doing my hobbies. So, you know, I figured I would leave my original Phatmoto motor on my bike for right now, you know, until I get this engine here built specifically to the specs that I desire. I want this motor to be able to take me without pedaling, gone. I want to just take off. I don't even want to use my pedals no more. You know, I really don't. I mean, I use them for a front. I'll ghost pedal when I see the police if I have to. But other than that, I don't want to have to pedal my bike on a takeoff. And then another thing that I've noticed about the 212 motor over the Lifen 79cc motor is the 212 is way stronger. You know, it's not gonna give you that harsh drag on the takeoff. I'd be embarrassed, y'all. I'd be riding my Phatmoto in the street. I got it going about 35, 40 miles an hour top speed. On a flat surface, I can get it up to 40 miles an hour. Downhill, I've seen speeds of 51 to 52 downhill. But just on a flat surface, you know, no faster than 40, 41. And then going uphill, 20 to 24 going uphill. And there's a lot of hills in Denver, you know, so I ride that thing all over the place. So if anybody is looking for a brand new, slightly modified 79cc Phatmoto graphite gray motor, I got you. I'll sell it to you for, I don't know, $100. You can buy the motor from me. I'll ship it to you. You can, if you pay for the shipping and everything, I'll sell you the motor. You buy it, you pay for your own shipping. I also have a fuel tank sealer. So if anybody out there in our group needs fuel tank sealer, I have it. I have the original Phatmoto fuel tank sealer, and then I have this shit called Red Coat tank sealer. I think that's the best. And that's what I'm running inside my Phatmoto. I ain't take no chances. Trust the factory has sealed your gas tank. You never know. I bought a bike from them before and the gas tank was leaking. So now from when I first buy them, I put in the tank sealer, make sure my tank is sealed. Let it dry, let it cure, good to go. So if anybody needs a Phatmoto motor, holler at me. I also have a Phatmoto handlebars from the new all-terrain. I have the handlebars, I have the motor, I have the original rubber tires, the black mountain-like tires. So if anybody needs those parts, I'll shoot them to you for a great deal because I'm all about helping people. I love helping people and I love when people help me back. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed day, and that's it for Ruben's Phatmoto Forum.